Hey, it's Ginny with Ginny's Horse Product Review, and I'm so excited about today's review. I'm going to tell you about the clinic I went to with Shawna Karrasch at Terra Nova Training Center in Santa Fe, New Mexico. Okay, I'm not saying this lightly, but this clinic was the best one I've ever been to in my life, and I've been to a bunch of clinics. So if you're not familiar with positive reinforcement training or clicker training, definitely do a little research if you're interested in it. I definitely recommend Shawna's book. You can train your horse to do anything, on target training, clicker training, and beyond. I actually got it signed while I was there. How cool is that? So the first afternoon was just like awesome lecture. You get all the, the science and her experience and stories from horses that she's trained. And then, so the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, were full days working with the horses. And of course they provided, meals and coffee in the morning and pastries, and they just went all out, and the facility was absolutely gorgeous, so incredible. They have a huge indoor arena with an observation loft that was incredible. They have a track style paddock, like a paddock paradise type of place where their horses are turned out, and they showed us that. They gave us a little tour of that. And also they have an outdoor arena area that kind of has like a lot of obstacles, kind of like an obstacle course. They have their little round pen that you could do around the round pen with. They had a horse trailer that you could practice with. And all of this is enclosed in an arena where you can work with a horse at liberty. And so I think the biggest difference with this clinic than any clinic I've ever been to was that almost outside of getting horses like from a stall or from a paddock to the arena, all these horses were worked at liberty. And by at liberty, I mean no halters on. These horses they could have walked away if they wanted to. So every single horse that we worked with just about was choosing to participate and actively engaged in the learning process and really having that connection with the handler. During this clinic, you get to see a full spectrum of horses being trained with these principles. So you get to see the super beginner babies, like first or second time training with this, all the way up to Shawna's horse Minty, who is like the, total Mac Daddy at all this stuff, and a number of horses in between, all different stages. So you can start thinking about how this applies to where your horse is at. Maybe you've never clicker trained before, and you can start picking up and gleaning some information from, the sessions that we did with the brand new beginner horses. Or maybe your horse is somewhere in the middle and you're working stuff out, and you can kind of see, going through those problem solving skills and figuring out, how you're gonna make stuff work. One of my favorite things that I took away from this clinic was that there are no mistakes. There's no like wrong behavior. Like if you're asking your horse to do something and they're coming up with something different, none of that's wrong. It's all information. It's just data. It's telling you something. Like it's not wrong. It's just like, oh, well, that's different. And and then you have a puzzle to solve or a problem to solve to try to find a different way to ask this to your horse. So there's no real, it kind of eliminates the frustration of having to get like perfect movements and this and that. Like if your horse doesn't do something that you think you're asking, that's just information for you to try it differently or to, work it in a different way. If you're thinking about going to one of these clinics, I highly recommend it. I got so much information and hands-on, and you get time to ask questions and fully understand the content. Shawna is so generous with her time and such an incredible teacher of her, of the concepts and principles of positive reinforcement, and a storyteller. But not just all that, go to Santa Fe. If you haven't been, it's amazing. My mom and I went shopping there. I found this totally adorable purse in a thrift shop. How cute is this? It's got turquoise in the whole bit. It's got a horse on it. I got these earrings there. Shout out to Erlina. She's a Native American woman from Santo Domingo Pueblo who's an incredible artist, an artisan, and I got several pieces of jewelry from her. So don't just go for an incredible, like the best horse clinic of your life. Go and check out Santa Fe and just make an awesome weekend out of it. You won't regret it. Overall, this is the best clinic I've ever been to. And this was their weekend fundamentals clinic. And I think they're going to have longer, more intensive, in-depth clinics where you can go and like stay at a bunkhouse there. And I really want to go to one of those. You can bring your horse, or you can use horses they have there. And I just think there's so much here for everybody. I mean, it's not just trick training. Like you hear, people hear clicker training and they're like, oh, it's all about treats, or that's just for tricks. It's not. It's for under saddle work. It's for retraining OTTBs. It's for, helping rescue horses. It's for helping everybody's horses. If you get into positive reinforcement training and you do it the right way, and you study Shawna Karrasch and some of the other, big name people in positive reinforcement and equines, and you do it the right way, you have a horse that's respectful around food. My horses that I've been clicker training for like the past 9 or 10 months are the most well-behaved horses around treats at my barn. And their ground manners have improved. Everything's gotten better. So it's not just about, working for treats and turning them into treat monsters. That's a misconception, and it's just not true. Look at any of the really well-trained, clicker-trained horses, or just try it yourself. Give it a whirl and see how your horses just totally blossom and flourish under these principles. So I challenge you to give clicker training a try. If you're thinking about going to one of these clinics, I absolutely wholeheartedly recommend it. Do it. You will not regret it. You'll have a wonderful time in Santa Fe. It's an incredibly magical place, and there's so much to see and do there in addition to going to this fantastic clinic. Until next time, happy trails. Please subscribe to my channel and go check out my website at ginnyshorseproductreview.com. You can read the full blog write-up about the clinic, and comment below and let me know if you're into positive reinforcement training, who you're following, what you're doing, and I can't wait to hear from you. See you guys later.